Welcome to the Prop Market. I'm your host, the Prop King, and today I have my 2024 NFL Week 1 prop bets, part 2. So part 1 dropped about a week ago. I have 6 great picks on there for you. So if you go back and look at my channel, you can find part 1 of my NFL prop picks for Week 1. I also have a lot of other great videos on there, so like and subscribe to the channel. One thing I will say is having your notices on will help because my week 1 picks that I've dropped a week ago, those numbers have already elevated. A lot of them have already skyrocketed up. So the value is not there for some of them. Some of them, the value is still there. But this week I have a great 4 picks for you. I kind of waited on these picks. I wanted to become a little bit more familiar with what was going on, making sure some of these guys were going to play similar to the guy Christian Kirk on top of your screen. And so I did a lot more research and just waited a little bit longer for these picks. While the other 6 picks, I was super confident with the number they were giving us. So all that being said, let me go ahead and get to my first pick this week, and it's Lamar Jackson of the Baltimore Ravens. He'll be playing Thursday night, so you might want to get on this number pretty quickly. 2023 passing yard average was at 204. Projected passing yards for this game will be 231. Now, let me explain to you why I'm going with this rationale. Last year during the playoff game versus the Kansas City Chiefs, who he will be playing on Thursday, he threw for 272 yards. If you watch the game, if you looked at that game, you go back and look at it, you'll see the Chiefs wanted to stop the run, not just Lamar Jackson, but the running backs as well. They wanted to make Lamar Jackson into a passer. And because Lamar Jackson is getting a little older, as we see year after year, he's wanting to become more of a passer because all that running is too much wear and tear on his body. So with all that being said, I like his over 222 passing yards for Lamar Jackson. My next pick is Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson in 2023, I don't have much information on him because he only played 1 game. So I'm looking back at his college games and I'm looking back at some of the preseason stuff that he did. And this guy really likes to take off with the ball. He's not scared of running. And I do think there's going to be some holes in this Houston defense. Also, I believe that they're going to be behind trying to chase and catch up with the Houston Texans. And I think there's going to be some empty yards for Anthony Richardson. With all that being said, I love his over here because I do believe it's going to be a high scoring game. I think this is going to be my over for the week. If I had to pick one, I'm going to pick the over Houston Texans, Indianapolis Colts. Next guy is Aaron Jones for the Vikings. I still got a Green Bay picture up here. That's because they haven't dropped too many Vikings pictures yet. But 2023 rush receiving yards, he averaged 71. I got him projected at 82. So his numbers are right on board for what he did last year, but I feel like he's going to have a lot more opportunity this year. If you look at Sam Darnold as his quarterback, I call him King Checkdown. He's going to be throwing a lot of passes to Aaron Rodgers. They're also going to probably try to get him on some screenplays, some easy passes for Sam Darnold. He's going to have a high usage rate. I don't see them trying to make Sam Darnold win the game. I think Aaron Jones is going to carry the ball a lot. He's super explosive and he has a lot to prove. So with all that being said, I like him over 71.5 rush plus receiving yards. My last pick for today is Christian Kirk of the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2023 receiving yards was at 65. I got him projected at 72. Um, he's showing a lot of leadership. Yes, he's coming off a slight injury, but it looks like he's going to be good to go. Lawrence and him, Trevor Lawrence, this is his number 1 receiver right here. This is the guy he's been with. They have a good connection. He's the only receiver on the board, and that also says a lot to me. If I'm watching the prize pick board and I don't see another receiver on there but you, I think that means that not only are you the only one getting targets, you're the only one that people even know will absolutely have any chance of getting targets. They don't want to put anybody on there that anybody can just bet the under. So with all that being said, I really like Christian Kirk, and I like his over 54.5 receiving yards, which is below his average last year and way under our projection. Now a recap for all the picks that I've given out for this week 1. I have Mahomes over 263 passing yards. I have Lawrence over 249 passing yards. I have Prescott over 259. That number actually has dropped a little bit. So go ahead and grab that. I think it's at 253 now. Murray over 231. That one also has went up. Allen over 239 passing yards. That one has went up a lot. So I don't know if that's even something that you may still want to bet on, but we can go ahead and give that one a try. I got Robinson over 94.5 rushing receiving yards. I also gave out in the video, I gave out Robinson at 68 rush yards. So I like either one of those picks. I just like this one a little bit more. Jackson over 222 passing yards. Richardson over 263 pass and rush yards. Jones over 71 rush and receiving yards. And Kirk over 54.5 receiving yards. So if you enjoyed the video, if any of this information is useful to you, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel. I'll have plenty of information for you, plenty of videos for you throughout this year. We'll be your tour guide for the NFL and college football. And like I always say, keep what you like, leave what you don't, and less cash.